All right, all right. There it is. I'm not used to this. I'm not Y2K compliant. Feel better. Like, subscribe, share, like, comment. Tell me what you're thinking. All of that stuff. I can't. I don't have all the stuff that I need, and I'm just trying to get out there. So I'm gonna just do some little lives. I can't do lives on the street because I'm not all that coordinated. I can't do two things at once. I can barely talk and walk, let alone have the camera and film. I'm not that. But anyway, so letting you know what's going on. I figured this is why I did this. I was inspired by the likes of Tariq Nasheed, great guy. Uh, Boyce Watkins, he was actually one of the guys that I listened to first because I got my finances together. Like, those are components of being a man. But Boyce Watkins, Dr. Claude Anderson, um, I'm trying to focus on the camera and talk about the guys that inspire me. Tariq Nasheed, I said him, Dane Calloway, Dr. Umar Johnson, uh, Michael Imhotep, uh, the other blogger. Um, I can't think of any. I'm trying to get their names together, but Michi X, uh, Vicky Dillard, Jay, uh, Shahrazad Ali. Um, those are people that inspire me because they're bloggers. They just let you know what they're thinking and they just let it ride. And that's pretty much what I'm gonna do because I have personality. I mean, look at me. But anyway. But no, not anyway. I'm a handsome guy. I know that. A lot of people know that. And I'm on my shit. That's pretty much like what I want to talk about too. Cause like those guys are on their shit. Like they got all of their stuff together, like with the lighting stuff. But that's not what I'm talking about. On your shit, like doing what you're supposed to do, being a man or being a responsible adult, paying your bills, making sure where you stay at is paid for. Those are things that adults do. And I've always been one of those. And I try to teach all the people around me to do stuff like that. Because one of the things that I didn't know a long time ago that I know now is finances is a big issue. And I learned my lesson about 10 years ago. And I fixed a lot of stuff. Put myself in a position to be someone with assets. And that's pretty much what you need to be as an adult. And have those assets be able to pass down. Like that's what generational wealth is. And it's good to learn those values and instill those into others. Because I learned credit meant something more than having money. Because like I was able to have bread a lot, but I had a shitty credit score. And I'm gonna try not to cuss as much, but my credit was you don't want to be in those positions because it doesn't help. And at the time I had bread, but it was always just liquid. I was always liquid. I never had anything that was just an asset. Just I don't know the words that I'm looking for, but it's like property and having gold and diamonds, things like that, precious metals and jewelry. I never had that type of stuff. I wasn't that type of guy. Look at me now, like this is the jewelry that I wear, and I'm proud of it. I've never been a flashy guy, but I always been able to keep stuff around me, and I down myself a lot over the last few years because I wasn't mobile. No, I've been a licenseless, no car having guy for a very long time. and that's what kept me from doing a lot of the stuff that I do and posting as much because I felt like I was a step behind. But I stay in Chicago, so It's nothing. I can get somewhere. Ride share is popping. I've always been able to do that. So you never down. I down myself for a lot of things that I shouldn't have, and I learned. I think it was Tuesday morning that bro, all these cats ain't for you, and it's a lot of stuff you got to do for yourself. So like now I realize that I'm gonna teach other people to do that. What I learned, just what I learned a long time ago, I learned to not not say it because of Tuesday. And I lost one of the positions that put me in a position that would have made connecting and networking in these fields a lot easier. But that's another story. It never stops you from moving forward. So I will make sure that I tell people about how you can be a regular guy but still have bread, still have a good credit score. But those are things that'll get you a hit a lot, and it's easy to do those things. I did it. I built up a nice amount of money. I don't want to put that out there, but lost it too. So I could put that out there because a lot of people know that. But it's easy ways to build money and have money to send to as assets. And the easiest way is an insurance policy. And my goofy butt don't have one, but I was able to build bread, and those I still had those plans. And having those insurance policies is like assets that you can draw off of if you need to. It's not something that you want to do, but those are other stories. But building wealth is basically the main thing that I learned is an easy thing to do. And it doesn't take much. It's just a small sacrifice. And it's not really a sacrifice if you think about it. It's helping yourself. Because I know when I started doing these videos, I was fat, out of shape. I'm still out of shape now, but not as fat. Yay. But it's things that you could do on the way to building wealth and having things that you can draw for later, but like all just later. Because what you want to do, the main thing is whatever you put away, don't touch it. Discipline yourself. And I disciplined myself this Tuesday. Because I think that's the reason why I lost a lot of stuff anyway. But I convinced myself I won't drink anymore, and I won't smoke anymore. Those I thought that would be horrible, but it's not that. It's will, because I will myself into a position to have that bread, which I will have again, and a better credit score, like a top credit score. And I can teach while I'm doing, but I'm gonna be doing it at the same time that I'm talking to y'all. And I hope these lessons that I learned could pass on to younger people, especially because I've never been a materialistic guy, and I think that's a lot of the problem with having bread. You want people to know you have it, and for what? So they can stick you up or rob you, and that's what happened to me. And nobody knew I had it, but I lost it anyway. So it's ways to build those things, and just don't flash. That's always been my motto. And check me out. You know, I was on my way to get a prescription, and that's what made me just think about I should just go live. Cause like I'm on my way on the bus, and like sitting around and everybody's just in their own little zone, like tapping away, and I just had thoughts of how this will move forward. Like you'll see Feel Better TV in other places, and you'll see Feel Better TV associated with other people. And I see that and want everybody else to too. And I can show you how to do it too. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know what you're thinking.